All right, guys, it's been a little while since I actually sharpened something for you on a video. I used to do sharpening videos all the time, but it all goes into play. It's all part of the maintenance. And I'll be sharpening a Romance of Men katana right now. Now, this particular katana, I did a part 1 of this review. I'm actually prepping up to do a part 2. And I had said that this particular katana, along with being really stiff in the saya, it had a good edge that could be a sharp edge. It had a good edge, but I just feel like with the second sword now that I got from Romance of Men, I feel like these blades are just kind of on the way of being sharp. I feel like they didn't finish the job. They didn't kind of put it through the extra fine stones or anything like that to really bring in that really ultimate sharpness that you would want in a katana out of the box. But it does have a good edge profile to give you a very good sharp edge. I want to really give this sword its full potential and to give it the right sharp edge so I could give it the benefit of the doubt to show you what this sword can do, especially in a novice hands like mine, where I really need perfect edge alignment. Having that sharper edge would help you out in the cuts and would also help the sword out a little bit to show you its full potential. It's going to be a convex edge, which I do love. I'm going to be using the Ken Onion Edition workshop with the blade grind attachment along with this. It's my sharpening tool of choice. I would love to be able to sharpen with stones. I don't have the stones. I don't have the experience with the stones, and nor do I have the patience to deal with the stones. This has served me really well, and I've done many sharpening jobs on many swords I reviewed and used, with this Ken Onion Edition. Now, keep in mind, I have sharpened many of my swords before. I've sharpened my pocket knives, my big Bowie knives, short swords. I've sharpened many things that I've used. I even sharpened a couple of pocket knives for some friends, and they seem to be pretty happy with the sharpening job that I did for them. But I'm not sitting here or standing here telling you that I am a professional or a sharpenista or presenting to you as so. I'm a guy that basically loves his blades and wants to maintain his own blades and does a pretty good job doing them for himself. But I'm not here calling myself a professional sharpener. First belt I'm going to be starting with, it's about a 5-belt system on this workshop. The first belt is going to be an X65 belt. There's an extra coarse belt and there's a coarse belt. This is the coarse belt at around 120. So I'm probably going to give it around 4 or 5 at the most passes, see if I get any burr, and then switch the other side and then start moving up in belts. So as I go from there, I'm probably going to go with the medium belt, which is about a 1,000. Then I'm going to go with the fine, which is at around 3,000. Then I'm going to go to the extra fine, which is around 6,000. So I'm pretty much going to go from 120 all the way up to 6,000. So at that point, this definitely should have a very, very sharp edge. Very, very sharp, keen edge. Pretty much on borderline of being completely razor sharp. And given that it's a convex edge, it makes it a stronger edge. It doesn't make it brittle because it is going to be in a convex manner. I suck at the paper cuts, but I want to show you before I do any sharpening at all with this, I want to show you what kind of edge it has right now. It's pretty good, but it's kind of, it could definitely, see, that's out of the box. This is pretty much acceptable for the most part out of the box in terms of the sharpness. So you can definitely get the job done with the angle that it's in right now, or in the state that it's in right now. But if you really want to get that great sharpness and really have some good fine cuts, I would definitely recommend recommend if you have these swords, unless Romance of Men improves it, I would definitely want more of a finer, sharper edge out of the box. Something on borderline of razor sharp is what people kind of expect from their katana. Again, this is the X65 belt. This is the coarse belt from Workshop. This is genuine belts from Workshop. You kind of have to get this on. This is not going to be a tutorial how to use this, just to show you kind of the effectiveness of using this system. Lock it into place. Kind of just keep it on low speed. You kind of get it lined up. It's got to be right in the middle of the belt. And I am right now set at 15. Yeah, I'm actually set at 17, basically in the angle. There's an angle guide here. You can set it to 17, and you're pretty much, ready to go. And you kind of just do each pass on each side. This is your 90-degree angle. You basically place it on here first, and then you move it right to the belt. So you place it on the flat pack, side area, and it goes right there, and it's in the perfect 90-degree angle. As long as you keep it in that angle, then you should be good to go. I start usually about 2 inches into the blade. I don't need to go all the way to the bottom because there's no reason to have it sharp there. And you can see the sparks coming up because it is a torch belt, so it is taking some metal off. Lift it up and it gets about here. So basically what you want to do, you want to feel if you have a lift on this edge, if the edge kind of just turns over a little bit, and if you feel that, that's what's called a burr, and you know it's a burr because you feel it here where I didn't sharpen. And as soon as I got to the place where I did start sharpening, you could feel the lift all the way down the edge, and that's when you know that you're ready to switch sides. So I figured about 4 passes. Yeah, because I use this system a lot. I know exactly how many passes you would need with certain steels and what you would need to kind of change. So 4 passes definitely did the trick. So now we're going to switch sides. So around the same thing, about 2 inches. Some sparks flying there. Love those sparks. Alright, so now what you're doing is you're flattening out this side. You're kind of pulsating it all together. I don't know if that's the proper term, but you know what I mean. Okay, that was 1. This is 2. So now that we're done with the coarse belt here, we did the 4 passes. We're going to put this aside, and we are going to go with a medium belt, which is around 1,000 grit. Okay, and as we go up in belts, we're going to basically be, refining the edge and getting it just sharper and sharper right towards the middle. But I'm going to probably do around 5 passes on this. I'm going to get back to you again when I finish this up with doing the extra fine at the very end, and then we'll see basically how this sharpening job improved the edge on this katana. Alright guys, so this is the final belt. This is the extra fine belt. This is the finest belt that Workshop has, and this is a 6,000 grit belt. And you can see it's very, very fine, and this is really just going to bring that convex edge. It's going to tighten it up really, really tight and give it that really ultra sharp, razor fine edge. Hone it up and also take all the burr or anything off the edge and really just clean it up. Try to do about 6 passes with the fine belt. Probably speed it up for you. You can see it's just very, very fine. It kind of glides on the blade. Alright guys, so that's 6 passes. And how we feeling here? Yeah, that's really sharp. Yeah, that's definitely a big, big, big improvement. Thicker paper here. From the point, from the middle, upper 2/3. A little bit of a tear there. Beautiful. There you go. So there's your workshop, guys. There's what all 5 belts used, one after the other. Really came to a really screaming sharp edge. You can feel it to the touch. You can feel it on the edge. As you're cutting some paper, fine paper, tough paper, did a really, really nice job. Definitely recommend the Ken Onion Workshop Edition. Definitely does a great job. And ready for testing. So next part 2 is going to be coming with this Romance of Men sword, which is going to be coming very soon to you, and we're going to be putting it through its paces and see how this baby cuts. So thanks for joining me, guys. Here's Bladecraft. This is Joe signing out. See you when I see you. Ciao.